So it's like 8 a.m. and I'm actually trying to get stuff done. And lo and behold, my Brazilian blue is actually out. Skylar. So I'm actually impressed to see them out. What's up with their legs? The legs look a little funny. One side looks longer than the other. You see what I'm saying? I wonder if something happened to the one leg during molt. One side of legs, something happened to them during molt. Because look, the one side is definitely longer than the other. Did they give me a dysfunctional sling? I just got this sling a month ago. Didn't even realize that. They got a lot bigger though. They were such a little tiny little dot when I got them. There we go. Now they're stretching their out more. They're out eating. I haven't seen them in a while, so I'm actually glad they're out so I can see the size of them. So I can get the idea of what to keep feeding them. Because like I said before, they were tiny. So freaking tiny. But now I can probably start giving them some crickets too. Probably 1/8 inch crickets. Some little tiny pinheads to get them started on. Because obviously fruit flies are not gonna keep doing it. I'm glad I dumped a whole bunch in there though. But I'm glad I know the size of them now. I have to write that in a chart because I have a chart who gets crickets, who gets fruit flies. And that actually makes me really happy to know. What was that? That fruit fly and fell. Like I said, why can't any of my animals be normal? Okay, well, that was Skylar, guys. Skylar has issues first thing in the morning, apparently. I guess they're still trying to wake up. Alright. There's Boo. Boo's right there. Spooky's over here. Magnus ain't out. I wish that Magnus would come out. Makes me wonder. I'm very curious if... Here they come again. It makes me wonder now the size of Magnus, because Magnus and Skylar were the same size. So, if Skylar's already this big in a month's time, it makes me wonder how big Magnus is. So, I'm not gonna try to dig them out because obviously they like to climb the sides. And the last one that I tried to check on was the freaking starburst baboon. And that little sucker, he ran the hell out of the sling pot. And that's why he's now trapped in a different cage. So, yeah. Skylar, are we Goplik in the morning? Apparently Skylar's having issues. Skylar's collecting food. I named them Skylar and Magnus because they are going to be very beautiful blue colors as they get bigger. So what I love about slings is that their transformation is really stunning as they get bigger. I'm just really happy that Skylar's actually out, so we can actually see what they look like, how they're doing. They're obviously doing very well. Their little abdomen is a little plump there, so that's good. Very good. Even though it the way it hunts, it's a very interesting method, but that's okay. That's how my sling wants to attack its food and fall to the ground. Yeah, all the power to it. That's a 2 little dots like that. You see that? The 2 little dots on its underneath its abdomen side. Of course, my phone's not gonna focus right because my phone's stupid like that. It must be dirt. I wonder if it has dirt on it or something. They're so freaking cute though. Look at those 2 dots. I wonder if it's going into molt soon. This is what I'm talking about. None of my animals are just so not normal. They really got issues. I just started turning on all the lamps because that's actually what I'm doing. I'm actually sitting here turning the lamps on. Some of them I can't turn on because right this second I actually have to get into the closet. So I gotta pull all these cages out. I gotta get into this drawer. I gotta get into the drawers over here. So I actually need to reorganize my Bath and Body Works stuff because I'm actually gonna be doing some shopping again soon. I'm gonna be going to Green Dragon and be grabbing more Bath and Body Works stuff, which I can't help myself. It's a crazy addiction. But I like to do Christmas shopping there. If anybody comes to Pennsylvania and you want to go somewhere on a Friday throughout the whole day, go to Green Dragon. It's right inside of Ephrata. It's not that far from my house. I live in Lidditz. Ephrata's not far from here. Really, really cool place to go. They have a lot of people eat a lot of foods there. They have a lot of Amish stands are there too. So they sell all their baked goods and quilts and furniture, and they sell all kinds of stuff. There's Jupiter this morning. Jupiter's looking beautiful. So cute. I can turn on Lola's tank a while, but I do have to move this tank. I have to move this tank. I have to move everybody all along this side. So I gotta get some work done. Hi, beautiful. There's Rex. Probably like, why isn't my heat on yet, Mom? Where's my light? Oh, coconut's out again. I'm really happy that my Brazilian blue's out. Oh, there's Lotus. There's my pink salmon bird eater. You can actually see one of my pink salmon bird eaters. Their legs anyways. Morning time when I first start getting up and turning the lamps and stuff on, it's really cool to see everybody. So this is the best time to get footage of most of my animals. Some of them are out and about, some are not. So this is actually a cool time to see everyone. Here's my little Twinkie Twink. So cute. My little baby. I'm going to be getting another little baby here soon. So we're going to be seeing another little baby. Matching that one. Like I said, hopefully they still have them there when I go. Seems like I'm going to have to fill up Girlfriend's water bowl then. That's Wednesday's cage. I don't know what winter's doing in here. They're creating all kinds of dunes and burrows and mountains. Texas tans like to really get it in. They do. They like to really freaking dig the holy mountains there. Speaking of which, I wonder where Night Fury is down here. Because I have Night Fury down around here. Did I put Night Fury? Is that Night Fury in that one? Night Fury's in a lot bigger cage. I can't remember. I just rehoused so many of them. It's all written on their cages though. Of course, there's my girl Autumn. Looking cute. She's about to come up onto the bed. Alright, I gotta get some work done, guys. So after I'm done working, we'll see who's out and about. Oh, I see Lestat basking. He's over there. There's Lestat getting his morning sun. But yeah, anyways, I gotta get this work done, and then I'm probably gonna go back to sleep because I didn't really sleep much yet. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Good afternoon, everyone. I got another little baby. Fruit flies are just dropping from the top. Where'd they go? I got another little Twinkie in here. Because they had two at the pet store. I got the one. And then the other one was still there. And it's been like 2-3 months now. So I grabbed the other one. It's a small species of gecko. They're babies. Babies. They're like hatchlings. So it's hard to see them in here. You're the Studer's gecko. Or Studer. I I'm not good with pronunciations, I ain't gonna lie. Pronunciations really aren't my thing. They're the Steuders. Stoiners, gecko, something like that. I'm waiting for Viper also to pop out, because I'm waiting to see if they need rehoused. They're right there at the very edge of their burrow. Now my GBB I'm rehousing because Boo definitely needs rehoused. My GBB has grown very fast, and my Brazilian Blue is about to be rehoused soon. Because I realized today, we all know GBBs grow very, very fast though. That's just how they are. They're up here at the top. So look at that. And their webbing is all at the top, so every time I open this freaking lid, it's just becoming a disaster. So I am rehousing them into a different container or something, because like I said, every time I open this lid they try to run out and I can't keep opening this lid. Now their webbing's beautifully. I'm going to take everything out of here and I'm going to try to put it in one big container. So I'm hoping this goes well. Probably not, but by their measurements I should be able to. I don't know if I should do. I don't think they'll be able to get out of a critter carrier, but I don't know if I want to do a critter carrier or just get a tall pot and put a hole in it, or like a tall container. I have tall containers, Tupperware containers. I guess we'll see. They freaking try to attack me as soon as I start dumping the food in there, and then they try to bolt. So yeah, I can't stay in there. I think it should be okay. I don't think I should be able to get out any of these. The small ones for the Brazilian Blue, because the Brazilian Blue is getting a little too bolty and nutty too, and I really don't like those containers anyways, so I think it should be fine. I should be fine in there. I don't know yet. I was thinking about putting the GBB in here, but don't know. Trying to see. I don't think they can get out of that the holes. But spiders can be crafty because they can squish their bodies together. I highly doubt it. I don't think. I don't know, maybe I should just get a tall container instead. But I have resized the other GBB this size into there already. And I can always just put them in there and just watch them. But that's what I always do. I just watch them and see what they do. I watch them for a whole month to see, make sure they don't get out or not. So, yeah, my leg was caught in the blanket. So we shall see. And hopefully they don't get out. Yeah, I'm waiting to eat all the fruit flies, or the fruit flies die off before I rehouse them. I'm gonna put their little pot in there too, because they like that thing. There is my Baja Gray bird eater. Finally coming out. There was one of them anyways. Unless that we never see. This is my other Baja Gray bird eater. Of course, it's hard to see because of the condensation. Oh, there they go. They're really jumping skittish. Like, they are so skittish of the species. Avery, don't knock over your food ball. Of course, it doesn't help, like, Avery's right over here acting like a fool. I put them over here because I wanted to give them some nice, fresh sunlight. So I'm considering I was trying to see the size of them because of rehousing them. But now that I finally know their size, I think I'm going to switch them to 1/8 inch crickets. That's another thing I wanted to see because of feeding them. I've been giving them fruit flies, and since they burrow for months, it's hard to tell what size they are because I haven't seen them since I got them. So I've been waiting for them to come out so I know what to feed them. So like I said, sometimes it's not always easy to know what to feed them because they grow pretty fast for slings. The only one that's still really tiny, of course, is Summer, and that is my baby Arizona Blondie sling. Anybody knows about Arizona Blondies, they take forever to even reach juvenile stage. So I'm glad this one's out though. That way I know to now feed it. Also 1/8 inch crickets. Same with my Brazilian blue. I've been waiting for them to pop out Magnus, so I finally know to give them crickets as well. My GBB is now on the mini crickets. Only some of them still eats fruit flies. And of course I got fruit flies for the babies. And I still gotta pick a name for the male. I got a male and a female in here. Of course I will keep them paired together. They were in the same clutch. The pet store said they came in together, they were hatched together. So when they get in a bigger cage, I will keep them together. They will be going into a much bigger cage. I will be putting them in a nice size Exoterra. So I can't wait to rehouse them. What you doing, gorgeous? I see you, Avery. I wonder where the female jumped off to. That's the male. That's the new one. She's hard to find half the time. She's so freaking tiny. I think he's a little bigger than her. Oh, there she is. You can see her head down in there. Right there she is. She's in between the sticks. It's like picture framing her. She's right there. That's the female. That's Patience. I just need a name for him. They're so cute. Oh, I got a fruit fly. Good. Good, I'm glad they're eating. Now, where did my sling go? I don't think they went back in their burrow at all. I didn't see them run for it. They went that way. But I don't want to turn it because then it will run. It's such a skittish little thing. Of course, my girl is out like always. There's Autumn. Slide my phone carefully down in between. Boop. Haha, there's Autumn. Oh, there it is. It's at the top eating. There it is. That's Viper. Viper is doing its thing. They're a nice size. I love how leggy it is. So I'm thinking I'm gonna probably, if I measure it up to the critter carrier, I might just rehouse them. I think I'm gonna do a couple rehousings I gotta do. And then my GBB is becoming an issue because their web is the whole way at the top, as you saw. And I have to figure out a way to rehouse them in something else. But I think later on tonight, I'm gonna throw these guys crickets. I wonder where Echo's at. I love how the natural sun hits inside this cage, as you see. I'm surprised Echo's not out basking, but I did throw crickets in here. So, they're gorgeous. Ta-da-da! Attack of the spider. She's so docile. I love her. For a tarantula, I love her. A lot of my tarantulas aren't as docile as she is, but she's pretty cool. My first tarantula that I had when I was 5 years old. Because yes, I had a tarantula when I was 5. Instead of being a normal child and asking for a goldfish or anything else, I had a giant Mexican redknee. His name is Jed. And I was obsessed with my tarantula. Because everybody else, my sisters and everyone, picked gerbils and this and that. I had a gerbil. My mom got me a gerbil too, but I really liked my tarantula more than anything. My tarantula, I'd sit there and pet its legs like it was a caterpillar. And it was just so awesome. Like, that was the best tarantula ever. And my mom threw it in the trash. She thought it was dead. It wasn't dead. It was molting. Later on we found out it was molting. This cage is empty. This cage is waiting for inhabitants of some sort. Probably those two. Those two would probably go in here. But I have to wait till obviously they get a little bigger because they can fit through the top still. So I'll wait for them to get a little bigger. Or if I buy something else that's tiny but that won't fit through here, like Echo. I was thinking about putting Echo in here. That's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about putting Echo in there and then putting the little ones in here because they can't get out of here. And Echo doesn't like big enclosures. That's why he's in there. My Turkish gecko is just, I don't know. He's funny. He don't like stuff like that. So I'm thinking about maybe putting him in here. He gets natural sunlight. So the only reason his cage is down there is because AC's on. And I don't want him getting cold. Everybody else has heat lamps. I can't put too much heat on him because my Turkish gecko actually he really don't like too much heat. That's why his cage goes right here. He gets natural sunlight. He gets plenty warm, trust me. But when I turn on the AC, I have to move the cages from this area because my AC unit, that thing up top, it won't stay pointed in a certain direction. It's constantly shifting. So I think the thing is broken. And this area gets kind of cold. So, yeah, it's a big mess. But yeah, I'm thinking about moving them today into here once I turn that off. This is the last day it should be warm like this, actually. Which, actually, I'm gonna turn that down to the fan. Because that's been on a little too long. We'll put that back on fan mode. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put Echo in there. I'm gonna move the babies in there but the problem is the fruit flies. That's my other issue. The fruit flies can get out of this, and they still gotta eat fruit flies. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I think a tarantula might end up being moved into there, but I might keep it like that because that's a pretty cool like setup. So a plant was right there. I don't know. Thinking about rehousing something into there. So we'll see. But I got some work to do. So, and I will catch up with you guys later, and I will show you everything that I done today for rehousings. I have a sale actually I have to do because I have a customer coming soon. So I will see you guys a little bit later. So I found who to put in this carrier real quick before they run off. That is my Mexican red rump. That is Reaper. I made sure to have a pile high of dirt because they like to burrow. And I mean they really like to burrow. Because we never see this one. Ever. They're always burrowed. Beautiful spider. Beautiful. Look at the red hairs. They're absolutely gorgeous. I thought this would be a perfect cage for them. It's really pretty setup too. But yeah, so I had like a little hut. I thought it was a really cool setup. And they have a big mound of dirt that they could burrow in. Of course, I'm going to try to push it down, level it out more, and probably put more dirt. And found the water dish. Pretty spider though. There they go. They actually behave themselves. Like, people call like Mexican red rumps evil and this and that. They actually did pretty good rehousing it. I thought that I'd have an issue, but I didn't have an issue at all, and I'm glad I rehoused it because I didn't realize how big they were getting. They definitely obviously need rehoused. So this carrier is perfect. It's got plenty of room to grow even bigger now. But there's Reaper, everybody. It's my Mexican red rump that we never see. And they're gonna try to start tunnelling. Cause yeah, see, there are species that really like to stay burrowed. That's why I left the dirt the way it is. Look at that, they're already creating their webs. Really cool. Another reason why I put them over here where the sunlight is, because we get to watch how beautiful in the sun their webbing is gonna look, because this one does such beautiful web work. Like I obviously see Remy's web are gorgeous. I have a lot of rehousings to do, so I'm really glad I got to upgrade them into a lot bigger critter carrier because I actually needed its carrier. Because I have a couple slings I gotta rehouse. You know what happens when I have empty sling pots? That means it's time for new baby slings. I got a couple on the list that I actually saw that pet store has for sale. Hopefully they still have some of the ones I want by the time I get paid again. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I'm gonna save some money. I'm gonna get another sling, because we always gotta have slings. They're so cute, even though they grow fast. But there's still plenty of carriers and room for them to burrow into. I got distracted real quick because look at that webbing in the sunlight. That's my Antilles. That's Jade's cage. They got webbing up top and webbing at the bottom. You know, for a freaking arboreal, they're not so arboreal. They started off arboreal, but the bigger they get, they're more down here. So like I said about when it comes to species, they're supposed to be quote unquote this and that. Not always true. Look at that webbing in the sunlight. Look at Remy, like, did a booby trap. I'm gonna have fun trying to clean their water dish then. So I was gonna clean out water dishes tonight, and look at that, they booby trapped it. I'm gonna throw some crickets here and there to distract them. Look at that, so pretty. Oh, look. My big Arizona blondie, she made a new burrow through the other side. I gave her a new water bowl. I think she poked a hole in her other one. It kept leaking every time I put water in, which I thought was interesting considering these are hard plastic, so she did something to it. She must have really punctured through there or something. Oh yeah, they're burrowing themselves in there. Very, very cute. Okay. Before this video ends up being too long, well, I'm going to do the next rehouse, and then I will show you how that one turns out. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people here or anyone to help me to videotape as I'm doing the rehousings. So I'm going to have to show you. I showed you some of the cages beforehand. Now I got another empty one, so I'm going to go down the basement, fill this up for dirt, and set it all up. Try to clean the sides to make it clear, and I will be right back, guys. And there's Avery acting up. I don't know what's wrong with her. I know, I will let you out, Avery. Relax. She's a freaking nut job. Hi. Yeah, mommy sees you. What's the matter? This is the reason why I had to put mesh around her freaking cage. She learned how to squeeze through those bars. She's bad. She's only in here during the day just because the lamps are on. The last time she burnt herself. So now she has to be in her cage during the day. Other than that, I don't keep my iguanas in the cage. My iguana doesn't like the cage. That's why she acts like this during the day. Because she's so spoiled. I honestly don't like to keep her in her cage. I didn't do that with my first iguana that I had at 15. I can't believe someone stole her. Someone actually stole her out of my backyard, my other iguana. But yeah, Avery, she don't stay in the cage. But I'm gonna go do this pot real quick because I have to hurry some of this stuff up. Because I do have a sale coming up actually within the next hour or two. So mommy gotta hurry this up, right, Avery? So we'll be back in a little bit. Alright, there's the Brazilian blue. No, that's not the Brazilian blue. That's the Baja Great Bird Eater. The Brazilian blue I'm doing next. But there's my Baja Bird Eater. Don't worry, its leg's not broken. It's just in a different formation. Beautiful, beautiful spider. This is how Lestat looks. Which, not Lestat. Lucifer. Lestat's my snake. Speaking of which, being a kook ball over there. But anyways, yeah. Lucifer, I have so many animals, guys. Now I see why not everybody names every single animal they own. But it's okay, but I do it anyways. I love my babies. But, yeah. This is one of Lucifer's little friends. Beautiful, beautiful sling. I don't see the Baja Great Bird Eaters. I don't really see them climbing as much. They're more burrs than anything. So yeah, it's a small size, but this way it's gonna have a lot more to burrow down into it. And I set up their cages a certain way. I know it's not always fancy and neat stuff looking, but I actually give it digging points and burrow points. Like, you give them anchor points when they do their webs when they're arboreal. What I do is, instead of just making a flat dirt and then putting a hole in for them to start their burrows, I actually make several different spots for them to actually be able to burrow into. Because all these little open spots where I plop the dirt down on, there's different spots. It can choose different burrow points. And a lot of times with tarantulas, they don't have just one burrow opening. A lot of these guys, especially certain species, like for instance the Honduran curly hair tarantula, they have several different openings and burrow points that they actually like to come in and out of. Remy has this one over here. And actually over here, they have several spots they like to come out of. Same with the Costa Rican striped knees. They have several ones because my girl, Wednesday's actually out. It's hard to see her in here because my camera don't like to focus for crap. She's right there though. She has several burrowing spots in here. She has them on this side of the cage. She has them on this side. She has several on this end of her cage as well. Little nut job. Long-tailed grass lizard. That's Zeus, guys. But yeah, she has different burrow points. So what I like to do is I like to put different spots for them because a lot of them, because like with winter over here, they have a spot right here and down towards the back they like to pop in and out of. And that is my giant Texas tan tarantula. But like I said, they all have different spots they like to pop in and out of. Like GBB, they have several spots here. They have a bunch on this side. They have different anchor points for different webs. And I'll show you because they're hiding in their burrow anyways. They like to stay in their burrow. But not only does they have several anchor points with their webs, but they have different tunnel systems and different holes. Because there's this side. And then they have through this side they come through. And then also on this side, you see there's a hole right there. There's a tunnel web system over here. They come through the top. As you see, they have several anchor points for their webs, and they have different tunnel systems. Tarantulas actually like to have several spots they actually like to come out of. It's a safety for them, actually. That way they have more than one option to run into their dens if they feel threatened. So what I noticed a lot with these guys is they have several spots where they just like to make sure they have different burrowing spots. See, as you see, I popped the dirt in the way I did because look how easy that is for the bird eater to go down into the burrow, into the den area. There's actually a wooden hide in there. I actually have a wooden hide in there for them. So once they get to over where the wooden hide is, they're going to be able to hide very easily. So when you do your tarantulas cages, they don't always have to be so fancy or neat looking, or you can just make it set up where you have pretty plants in it, some twigs, wooden hides, and burrows, and then just plop a bunch of dirt on top. If they're burrows like these guys, just pop a bunch of dirt on top and you will see that they will level it out. This will all be fixed. It won't stay like this. Trust me, watch. In a week from now, I will show you how much this will change around and how much this will change around, because these guys will dig and tunnel and make their own burrowing system. They will have different points where they come out. It will look more leveled out because I won't do it. These guys will. They will level it out themselves. It will look really pretty and neat, and it'll end up looking something like Remy's, where it's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So it's okay if it's not perfect or pretty at first, because you know what, in the end, it's gonna look fascinatingly beautiful what the tarantula does with it. So just let these guys do their thing, and hopefully you can catch it on film like I did. If you see my one video, I stayed up all night watching Remy build this big hole. They were constantly coming in and out with dirt in their mouths. They were literally carrying it all night. I filmed that. Like, I have a good video. I actually stayed up all night. I like to study animal behaviors. That is one of my key points, not only because I love my pets, these are my pets, but I also like to study animal behavior, especially with tarantulas, because it's really fascinating. A lot of times we don't get to watch them do stuff like when they go in the mole and they throw dirt all over their stuff to hide themselves. Like, we don't always get to catch everything they do because everyone's sleeping, or we're just not around to see what they do. And unfortunately, I got plenty of time to watch everything they do. So I do have lupus and a lot of other issues that I don't really talk about. But since I have also insomnia and I deal with a lot of pain at night, so I don't sleep at night, so I get to stay up all night, and I do get to watch my animal behaviors. And I actually decided to study their behaviors and watch everything they do and chart and note everything, because it's really fascinating what these guys can really do, especially for us. So even with the tiniest little slings, like, it's so cool what these guys can really do. Look, there's my jumping spider. They are having fun catching those fruit flies. So cute. They're getting to be a nice size. Go, Callie, go! I don't even know what she's doing. So cute! I actually took my jumping spider in to be checked to see if it was male or female. Hard to tell sometimes with those guys. And it's a female. Callie is definitely a female, so I'm glad I picked a good name for it. But yeah, there is my Baja bird eater. I'm going to be doing 2 more. I'm going to be doing my GBB, and then I'm going to be doing the one Brazilian blue. So that was about to come up. So I will see you guys in 5 minutes.